Detective Jack Rivers leaned back in his chair, swirling the remains of cold coffee in his office. The clock struck midnight as he stared at the evidence board in his dimly lit office. The murder of Emily Sinclair, heiress to the Sinclair fortune, had perplexed the entire city. But Jack knew he was close to cracking the case. Emily Sinclair was found dead in her luxurious penthouse apartment, her body sprawled on the Persian rug, a single gunshot wound to the chest. The murder weapon, a rare antique revolver, was missing. Her fiancé, Edward Hawthorne, was the prime suspect. They had been seen arguing passionately in public just hours before her death. But Jack wasn't convinced. He believed there was more to the story. He revisited the crime scene, meticulously combing through every detail. It was then that he noticed a small, hidden compartment in Emily's jewelry box. Inside, a torn piece of paper with a cryptic message: "Beware the garden where the roses weep." Jack knew exactly where to go next: the Sinclair family estate, renowned for its vast gardens filled with rare roses. As he arrived, the moon hung low, casting eerie shadows across the grounds. Jack cautiously navigated through the maze of hedges until he stumbled upon a secluded clearing. There, under the pale moonlight, he found Edward Hawthorne kneeling beside a freshly dug grave, tears streaming down his face. But Jack's trained eye caught something unusual: a glint of metal buried in the dirt. He dug it up carefully, revealing the missing antique revolver. Edward looked up, his eyes filled with despair and guilt. Jack confronted him calmly, piecing together the puzzle. Emily had discovered Edward's gambling debts, threatening to call off the wedding and cut him off from the family fortune. In a fit of rage and desperation, he had shot her with the antique revolver, hoping to make it look like a robbery gone wrong. Edward confessed tearfully, admitting to his crime. He had buried the revolver in the garden, hoping to dispose of the evidence. But Jack had found it, and with it, he had uncovered the truth. As the police arrived to take Edward into custody, Jack stood in the quiet garden, reflecting on the case. Emily Sinclair's murder had been tragic, but justice would be served. Another mystery solved, another story closed. And as dawn broke over the horizon, Detective Jack Rivers knew that he was ready for the next challenge, ready to face whatever mysteries awaited him in the shadows of the city.